A female assistant wears a $5 suit, but she can't cover her body intentionally or unintentionally. Although Juan was a family man, he couldn't help but feel a bit overwhelmed by his assistant's flirtation. He tried his best to restrain himself, but the assistant's next move made him unable to do so. Juan was puzzled. Is not it you are seducing me? Macarena was speechless and ran home in a huff. The more she thought about it, the angrier she got. She told her mother. Her mother thought it was a big deal, so she took Macarena to a lawyer. She asked for a solution, and the lawyer told her there are two solutions. One was to settle the case privately, and the other was to appeal. If they appealed, they would be awarded a large sum of money. Macarena's mother was so desperate for money that she asked her lawyer to appeal. Soon after, a summons from the court arrived at Juan's house, and his wife read it. Her wife read it and found out what had happened between Juan and Macarena. This dealt a heavy blow to his wife, who was already suffering from depression. And while she was bathing her daughter, she was thinking about her husband and Macarena, and her mood swings were so great that she drowned her daughter in the bath water. And by the time she realized it was too late, unable to accept the fact that her daughter was gone, the wife took a lot of sleeping pills and planned to leave with her daughter. When Juan returned, Juan came back to find his wife lying motionless on the bed. Then he noticed the court summons and realized that she had committed suicide because of this incident. He searches for his daughter and finds her body in the bathtub. A court summons makes Juan lose two of his closest relatives. Overnight, it was a shock to him. Macarena brought her lawyers to talk to Juan about a settlement. They asked Juan for over $1 million. Juan signed off on the settlement without hesitation and then turned around and left. Macarena's family was so happy about the money, but Macarena sensed that something was wrong with Juan. Macarena realizes that Juan's wife and daughter have disappeared overnight. Macarena blames herself for what happened to Juan and realizes that she had something to do with it. She was lying on her bed, looking at the picture with Juan's daughter, thinking about the news of the death of such a lovely girl. Macarena was devastated. At first, all she wanted was to get her paycheck back. The family advised Macarena not to think too much, and they took Juan's compensation to the beach for a vacation. The family was happy, and Macarena soon put the incident behind her. That morning, Macarena saw Juan by accident when she was fetching water, but when she looked closer, there was nothing there. On the other side, Macarena's brother had an accident as a lifeguard, and by the time she got there, he was unconscious. Afterwards, the police said that her brother had died saving others. Macarena recalled she saw Juan on the beach and suspected that his death was related to Juan, but she had no direct proof. A few years later, Macarena saw an interview with Juan on TV. His writing style became very strange, and his words even revealed a vengeful mindset. Macarena couldn't sit still any longer, and just when she was worried that Juan might strike again, her parents had an accident. The doctor said it was food poisoning. Macarena's mother loved to cook with mushrooms. The food poisoning was probably caused by the mushrooms. After the doctor's efforts to save her life, the mother survived, but her lower body was paralyzed, and her father died. Macarena's grief is a constant source of reflection. Her mother knew all about mushrooms, and there was no way she could have made a mistake, unless it was intentional. She knew that Juan was behind it all. Sometime later, her brother was attacked on his way home from work. The man wrapped a chain around his hand and hit him hard on the head. In the end, he suffered a severe concussion and died. The police's investigation resulted in a fugitive escaping from prison. It was discovered that his wife was close to Macarena's brother. That's why they attacked him. It all seemed so seamless. But Macarena knew there was more to it than that. Macarena's family has had a series of accidents. Now she's alone with her sister, and she can't let anything happen to her. Macarena called a journalist to help her with her investigation. This reporter was once Juan's rival, and they were at loggerheads. The reporter's investigation revealed that every time something happened to Macarena's family had a so-called scapegoat, someone with a very sophisticated mind. Whether it's her brother's sacrifice, her parents eating poisonous mushrooms, or her brother being beaten by a fugitive, all these cases have formed a perfect close chain. The reporter found Juan and tried to break down his psychological defense, but he's been acting like he's never done any of these things. Macarena didn't want to lose the last of her family. She wanted to talk to Juan openly. That day, she showed up at Juan's book launch. On stage, Juan was talking about the revenge part of his novel. Macarena was sure that it sounded familiar. Juan had been working on his revenge all these years. After the press conference, Macarena was finally able to talk to Juan face to face. After receiving Juan's reply, Macarena was relieved. As long as her sister was safe and sound, Macarena could do anything she wanted. Macarena turned around and jumped off the building. At Macarena's funeral, her sister cried inconsolably. Juan took her into his arms and even kissed her on the forehead. Their relationship spoke for itself, and the reporter saw it too. He said to Juan, "You're a monster. You had to destroy Macarena's family." Juan didn't respond to his words, but said, "You should worry about yourself now, because the last person who talked to me like that is no longer alive." With that, he took Macarena's sister and left. This movie is La Era de Dios. Macarena, who worked for a famous novelist, is convinced that the tragic deaths of her family were orchestrated by this man and turns to a journalist to uncover the truth. This is Seahorse Movie. Goo 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 goo.